it's JJ. Today we're going to talk about identity. We're going to talk about blind spots, and we're going to talk about staying in the fight. Because guess what? Life gets hard sometimes, you guys, and it's up to you what you make of it. So the first question we always get, and we got it a ton, you guys, is how do you do it all? And that's quite honestly an easy answer. And it is, once we make a decision, like it's permanent. No retreat and no surrender, right? So it's not, we don't compartmentalize our life. This is our life. So many years ago, when we decided to start volunteering in ministry, there's kids that are quite literally our family. Does that make sense? We don't do a 9-to-5 thing and then leave something elsewhere. We don't separate our life. This is our identity. It's who we are. It's what we do. We give our life blood to it. It's not an option not to do it. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of times we'd like not to, but until God says something else, what it really is for us is just continue to grow what is already working. And He always brings in the people and the resources to make that happen, right? So don't compartmentalize your life. You have to figure out who you are, more importantly, whose you are, and that you can overcome any obstacle, right? Because you made a good decision on the front end, and understand nothing in your life's going to be easy, and nobody said it was going to be, right? So don't believe the lie that you can win the battle without ever engaging in the fight. So that was the most asked question, was how do you do it all? And the bottom line is we do not compartmentalize our life. This is our life. This is who we are. As a family, we basically have I guess you would call it crisis conflict heritage. They are the first responders. That's crisis. The men in my life are firefighters. That's crisis. Every young person who walks through the doors at the ministry is crisis, right? And so, as they say, new level, new devil. So yes, the more we grow, the more battles come. And the enemy's gonna put up a fight. If he doesn't, we're probably not doing anything. Is that true? Everybody knows that's true. So if things are just, you're probably not doing too much, you guys. Let's keep it real. And that's gonna lead us into the next thing. How do you keep your energy high and not become complacent, right? So there's some big stuff that comes against us. And, that's part of, I guess, how we've trained ourselves over all these years to just handle it. Because it is what it is. And we know then that the people that are saying those things or the attacks that come, they don't know us. They don't know what it's taken to get where we are, and they're not willing to stay in the fight. They just want something for nothing, right? We even have, quote, friends who attack what God put on this earth as, quote, neighbors, right? Yeah, not so much, but behind closed doors, they'll threaten us. They go behind our back to city officials. There's some ugly, you guys. But here's the deal. We know who's behind us, and we know that we've done the right thing before Him, and they haven't seen a thing yet, right? Because we haven't even begun, and we're not afraid. And that's what's key, you guys. If you've decided who you're gonna be, and that you're gonna fulfill what God put you here to fulfill, you just need to get your blinders on and do it. There's no backing up. There's gonna be battles. Don't allow them to sidetrack you. There's a whole lot of what do they say? People that are sitting on the benches. The people that are sitting on the benches flapping their yaps right? If you're sitting on the bench, you don't deserve to flap your yap. If you want to get in the battle and help us win, then you bring it. Then we'll give you some time, right? Don't just go flap your yap to other people to try to get your way and do things politically. It's never gonna work, right? Keeping it real, you guys. But let's talk about complacency, because I can promise you that everybody's guilty of complacency. And maybe you don't see them, actually, right? When somebody says, well, you've kind of been slacking at this or that, I would use this live stuff, for instance. This is not my thing, you guys. But I made a commitment. We said we would help our teams grow by bringing leadership stuff. And, you know, it's uncomfortable, it's awkward, and nobody likes to feel that way. But here we are, and thank you for joining and watching and giving us a little bit of your time. It matters more than you realize. So I need to work on this area, and I know it. So now that I'm aware, I will do it. Because once I've made that decision, right, then the commitment's already there, and I'm gonna press forward. Even if I do not like it and it's awkward as heck, right? Okay. So anyway, finally, the last question was, how do you learn to think bigger? And that's important, you guys. And, you know, it's getting around people who think bigger. I think the first people that helped us think bigger were the Copelands, and they're out of Eagle Mountain in Fort Worth. And we went and immersed ourselves at a Southwest Believers Convention and changed our lives, you guys. But it was constant going in our ears that you can think bigger, you can help more people, you can change more lives. And let me just keep it real, you guys. The young people today that are taking their lives, hate others and themselves, okay? It's because they don't know their life has purpose. And the reality is, there's some adults like that, right? Keep it real. And so I would say to you, it's not just about the kids, it's about everybody. And, you know, hurt people. And we're here, you and me, to help people heal so they can think bigger, so they can move on with their lives. Because it's not good to get stuck. That is complacency, right? And a lot of times we have blind spots to it. So I would say to you, don't turn on the news. Turn on something that helps you think bigger. Go to places you've never been. Meet people you've never gotten to meet. But keep moving forward like the Rocky movies, right? So that was the 3 big questions that we had. And you guys, keep throwing them to us. There's a lot of resources we will share with you. So connect, and we'll see you soon. Bye.